Paulie and Foreman.
That's it. So, I mean, that's pretty damn impressive. So this is a good...
Not too long to fix.
Yep. This is a good matchup to do, and I'm glad you... this is a hell of a fight, man. This is a tough one to call. I'm going to be honest. And you say 2 KO and 12?
Yes.
Both of them pressure fighters, too. I'm going to give it to... I'm going to go with you, too, with Dempsey, but I'm going to say decision. And just the only reason I'm going toward Dempsey is I'm leaning is the size advantage. All right, not weight advantage, height advantage, reach advantage. All right, I think he can keep. I think he might be able to keep Frazier at bay a little bit. At least knowing what we know now. Let me put that in retrospect. You know what I mean? Know what we know now. I think if properly trained for the fight, that he'd easily keep him at bay and win probably 7 to 8 out of 12 rounds. That's the way I feel.
I can live with that. I could have lived with a Joe Frazier victory. Joe Frazier was a great fighter, and as you pointed out yesterday, I believe, that we really don't have a way of knowing, and by even doing this, we're being casuals.
Yeah, we really are. You're right. I mean...
So I'm not going to be like some of those fanboys who, well, one of them actually wrote me a private message that said that one of his friends and he were going to track me down and beat me up.
Are you kidding me?
Seriously, because I disagreed about his projection of that fight. And, you know, I'm not going to get into an argument with anybody over that because it's fun. There's no moral principle involved, and so long as I'm not being dishonest.
Well, you know, I used to be in them things all the time myself, and then you don't see me in them hardly at all. I do go to the championship rounds. Benny De Sabito, he runs a great group there. Highly knowledgeable people. It's by far the most knowledgeable one I've seen. And there ain't a lot of fanboy stuff in there, and I do like that. And you get some of this mythical matchup stuff in there. I think I've seen.
Well, the pick with Joe Frazier is a very good one here, you know. But I had to have some sort of a balance in how I pick these that the more modern fighter doesn't get it every time because we factor in it's my cap driver fantasy, and the way I do it is the old guy comes into the modern era, and so
exactly.
Born in the modern era, he's a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger and faster.
Bingo.
Has, a little bit better training methods and access to better medicine. And I just think that Jack Dempsey winning in the way that I said is a plausible outcome.
Exactly. That's what I said in retrospect and knowing what we know now. That's what I meant by that was, you know, just what the professor said. That's exactly what I meant by that. All right, you got to move. People say, "Well, look at how they did back. Look how they fought back then." Well, we're putting them in this era, okay? Or move these guys back to that era. So, you know, either or 6-1, half dozen other. But, and I do believe, like I said, I think, you know, with that, and they fight in the 70s. By that time, he gets the right man in the corner. He maintains his distance. He wins 7 to 8, maybe even 9 rounds for that fight.
Yeah, absolutely. We are not trying to turn Max Baer into Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Exactly.
We're just projecting a small and feasible improvement in them.
That's I can go. I could have went with, like you said, I could have went with Frazier too. I mean, that's one of them. That's one of them. It's almost a coin toss.
You know, because if you ask me tomorrow, I might choose Frazier.
Me too. Because I mean, even though I still would believe that Dempsey would win, 7, 8, maybe even 9 rounds, I believe Frazier, if he ever got inside and caught him, fight could stop. It could be over.
Oh, yeah, it could be, but Jack did have some very, very good whiskers.
Yeah, it took Flynn to knock him. Was it? I'm trying to remember who knocked him out. Was it Jim Flynn? Somebody that knocked him out?
69 fights, and he was knocked out one time.
Flynn, right?
Fireman Flynn.
Yeah.
Fireman Jim Flynn did.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I thought it was Jim Flynn. But
and the other was when Dempsey was fighting with no notice anywhere he would appear.
He did get a notice. He got 6 days notice. Now, damn it, how much notice does he need, Pete?
Yeah, that's exactly what was happening to him. And after he had some better handling, nothing like that ever happened again.
Exactly. That's what I'm. That goes back to my episode about how the boxers are treated, and it still happens today. I'm sick of it. You won't see. I'm gonna fight. I'll fight as hard at the table as they fight in the ring or in the cage, every time for my guys. I'll fight as hard on social media for my guys as they fight in that ring.
Hey, Prophet, I wonder if you remember this, because you're old guy. Not as old as I am, but you're still an old guy. Jack Dempsey was 76 years old, and a couple of bugs tried to knock him, and he knocked them out.
I have, I vaguely remember that. Okay,
He knocked out a couple of bugs who tried to hold him up, when he was 76 years old.
Yeah, my dad. My dad is told. I remember my dad. My dad talked about that a lot. My dad is the one who led me into boxing. I can remember. Man, he was so excited. We talked about Larry Holmes, or when Jerry Cooney and the Larry Holmes fight was getting ready to happen. I'm like, Daddy, he can't beat Larry Holmes. You know what I mean? By this time, I was boxing. All right, I was already boxing. I'm like, Daddy, he can't. He stands no chance. You know what I mean? That's what I'm telling you. You realize how? I mean, Holmes is you obviously don't realize how good Holmes is. I'm thinking to myself, because that jab is brutal. It really was. And then when I watched Gennady Golovkin October 17th, I was like, 14 rows away. I'm here, I think, pop. And I'm like, whoa. I said, somebody has resurrected.
I know.
Do I now?
I said, you're just watching it.
I'm like, somebody has resurrected Larry Holmes, and he's white and weighs 160 pounds. What the?
Compare them a little bit more precisely. I think Holmes' jab was smoother, but GEG hits much harder than Holmes did with it.
Yeah, he gets full extension on it.
Yeah, because when it lands, Holmes' jab just busted people up, really disrupted their offense, but it really looked to me like GEG could have knocked out Lemieux with the jab alone. His head was snapping almost every time.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I've never seen anything like that.
Me neither. And I've been in and around this sport for 30 years, over 30 years now, guys. And
yeah, and right. I'm sorry I cut you off. I didn't mean to. Go ahead.
No, but I've just never seen nothing like it either. I really haven't. I've seen masterclass sessions of boxing. I've seen all kinds of stuff, but I've never seen, which I predicted ahead of time, how that fight was going to go. How that you're getting ready to realize how good this kid really is. I call him a kid because to me, and to the professor, he's young, even though he's older for a boxer. How old is he? 34 now? And yeah,
he's going to be 34 soon.
Yeah, our man just turned 36. Darnell did. And on January 17th, Pfizer wished him happy birthday. We all wished him happy birthday. Love him to death. Good, great guy. Super nice guy, man. Really is. And high intellect, actually. Especially to be what he considered a thug at first, in his mind. But he's actually just a super nice guy that's got, I think the world of him. I do. Yeah, I really do. And I promote the hell out of him. I push him out there, and it's starting to get out there. And be ready, guys, because he's coming.
call it something. At 36, you got to do something to keep him from aging. And this is going to be one of those inside secrets you don't want to reveal.
Exactly.
So after the show, I'm going to talk to you about that.
Okay. Sounds good.
I guarantee you, I have something that will shock you. And I think you may be interested in it.
All right.
It may end his career.
I hope so. Trust me, I hope so. I got a 48-year-old woman boxing. She's awesome. Just look at her.
48-year-old?
Yeah.
You're talking about Mia.
She's the prettiest boxer in the world. But
yeah, that's for sure. That's unbelievably pretty woman.
Yeah, one main thing up for her is my fiance.
Yeah, she has to be.
And
but I wouldn't say that about a woman anyway. That this one's prettier than you. Mia St. John is about as attractive as a woman gets.
yeah, she is. She really is.
And
And
Beyonce is she's a knockout too.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta tell you.
thank you. And
But we don't mean to compare them.
yeah, let's do a mythical matchup. I'm going to give that edge to me on the boxing ring all day long. Baby, stay away from the ring. Don't you dare duck under that rope. If somebody come near you with the every last tape, you run. All right, my next guy is Henry Armstrong, Floyd Mayweather, fellas. Okay, and TBE himself, the best ever. To me, it's 48-1. All right, that's my personal opinion. And what shit? No.
I agree.
All right, then that. Some people say 47-2, and you give De La Hoya. I think De La Hoya let him win that fight. Gave that fight away. I think Floyd won that fight. I do.
If he didn't win the fight, it was De La Hoya's fault anyway because he tried ghost at Bill and to ghost on a lead he had. He just went into the tank for no reason, abandoned his jab.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He gave that fight away. He had control of that fight at one time. But then again, that's kind of what Floyd does best. That's what Floyd did. That's what he was best at was, adapting and, his ability to adapt. His ring IQ was, for him just, whether he can read or write, we're not going to get on all that. But inside that damn ring with a pair of gloves on, he laces up in gloves. He's got a high IQ when it comes to that. That's for damn sure.
Hurricane Hank did too.
Do what now?
Hurricane Hank did too.
Oh, Hammer Hank was the truth. Okay, guys, let's start talking about it. Let me get in this matchup a little bit. You want to talk about how many world champions the guy beat or faced or whatever? All right. What's Floyd's number? 24, 25, something like that? Look how many world champions we have today. Look how many just WBA has 41 of them alone. That's just the WBA. All right. Back then, there was one world champion per division with 7 divisions. This man held 3 world titles simultaneously. He was the featherweight, lightweight, and welterweight champion of the world. He fought 17 world champions when a world champion was a world champion. Okay, I'm going to end this discussion quick. He beats Floyd Mayweather. Okay? He beats Floyd Mayweather. He takes that O. Okay? He takes the O that Louis took a long time ago. Just didn't give it. Just didn't give to him. And I know I talked to Jeff quite a bit, his uncle, and he's a great guy. Jeff Mayweather's actually a great guy. And but I don't believe, and I'll tell you how he beats Floyd Mayweather is he beats him 9 rounds to 3. Fairly easy. He had shifty footwork. He was perfect. Everything about him. I don't see him knocking him out. Okay, I don't see that because Floyd has a hell of a jaw, man. He really does. He's been popped a couple times. Shane Mosley rocked him. Okay, without doubt, he rocked him in the second round of that fight. And Mosley's got serious power for that weight. Because